Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Beak out here. We are back with another. Let's call it the Elite Series. We're gonna see which is better to have an elite offense. Which I'm gonna upload that first. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out right now, because you wanna make sure that you are caught up on this series, which is only gonna be a 3-episode series. Because after this, we're doing goalie, and that'll be it, unless I think of something else. But right now, that's gonna be it. So there's a slight difference between the offense and the defense. If you remember, if you watched the video, the defense was a 70 overall, except for that one that went up to a 71 overall. But that wasn't because of me. I couldn't help that. But I made the offense a 72 overall, just that way, it's a little bit different. But for the defense, we went with Shea Weber, 94 overall, Drew Doughty, 94 overall, Ryan Suter, 93 overall, Duncan Keith, 93 overall, Brent Burns, 92 overall, and Erik Karlsson with a 92 overall, which I actually want to switch those, so that's, at least they don't drop in overall, or hopefully they won't. And then we're going to go with the same goalies. This time, Domingue didn't go up to an 81 overall for whatever reason. He's staying put at an 80 overall. And then we have Anders Nielsen, who is the 6'6 goalie, who's just taking up the whole net out there. So, we're going to see if this is just as or more successful as the offense. If you remember, the offense made it to the first round of the playoffs and got eliminated in 7 games to the Los Angeles Kings. So I'm going to start off this simulation just by going to the Anaheim Ducks, a little bit by it. But I didn't say this in the first video, but I replaced the Vancouver Canucks, if you don't know if you didn't see, by picking their AHL team, as we start off 0-2. We didn't have a bad offseason. We were 4-2, or preseason we were 4-2, as we start off 0-3, which is not good at all. But yeah, 0-4. Okay, so this series might not. The defense might be a little shaky at first. They gotta adjust, right? So it's still early in the season, though. We're still looking for our first win, as we are 0-6, 0-6. That's not good. But it's okay. You know what? Hopefully they'll pick it up. Maybe the offense will. But right now it's looking better to have an elite offense, because right now it's not looking good, as we're 0-7. And if you remember, our goalies were at 80 overall, but it didn't seem to matter when we had an elite offense that our goalies were an 80 overall, because we definitely did good as we made it to the playoffs. We were 50, 27, and 5 or something like that, as we're 0-9, so that is definitely not good. Are we going to 0-10? Yep, 0-10. Oh, there we go. First win against Ottawa in a shootout. So the boys, they hang in. They finally get their first win. We'll sim up to here, and then I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. And maybe if we somehow make the playoffs, which I'll be very shocked if we do. But if we somehow squeak by and make the playoffs, I will catch you guys in that. If not, I will show you all the stats, where we finished in the league and everything. As we're on a little bit of a winning streak here. But yeah, I'll catch you guys at the end of the season. Or end of the video, or yeah, end of the season. I'll catch you guys at the end of the season, where I'll show you guys the stats and the points, as we're on a 5-game winning streak. So yeah, catch you guys at the end of the season. If we make the playoffs, I'll send that. If not, that'll be at the end of the video. I'll catch you guys in a few. Alright guys, so we are back. As you can see, this challenge was not as successful as the offense's challenge. The offense at least made the playoffs. The defense, yeah, you can see that they did not have a good year. There's a 3-4 game losing streak right there. It was just like it was a streaky team. If they win, they won a few. If they lost, they won a lot, or they lost a lot. It wasn't a good season. Let's just go look at the record right now. I haven't even seen it yet. Let's see. Let's go see how the record is. You see, the defense is a 98 overall, and the offense is a 74. I didn't switch anything. Drew Doughty led the team with 54 points. That's probably the problem right there, that the defense is leading the team in points. You got 54 out of Drew Doughty, 48 out of Shea Weber, and they're not even scoring really. The 10, 16 out of these two, and these two on the third line of a defense, and he was even on the first line. He didn't even get as many points. But as you can see, Erik Karlsson, he was a 91 when this series started, and now he's a 90. Brent Burns, he's an 87 now, and even Duncan Keith, he's an 89 now. No one really changed up here too much. And then yeah, you got Brent Burns with 40 points, Duncan Keith with 28, and then you got our first offenseman with 14 goals. with 28 points. You know, they had the same amount of points as Duncan Keith, and that's just definitely not gonna win you or even put you in the playoffs at all. So, you know, let's go see how our goalies did. You know, they didn't have too much goal support. You know, they didn't have a bad year. They didn't have a bad year at all. I can't really talk about the record. You know, you got Anders Nielsen, 19 and 35 and 1, with a 3 goals against average, and then you got Domingue, who wasn't the starter for whatever reason. He went 12 and 13 with a 2.33 goals against average, so that wasn't that bad. If you look here, you know, their receive percentage was pretty decent. Luis Dominguez was anyway, 928. He had 5 shutouts, and he had 4 shutouts. You know, that's just that's how they had to play, or else, you know, they weren't going to get a win, most likely, out of the team. You know, they had their few good games, but we did finish 17 games under 500, so yeah, it just wasn't a year for us to remember, as we finished dead last in our division. Good job, guys. We're really step up for the fans. 31, 48, and 3. That's not good at all. As a team above us, Calgary, they even finished 500, and they were close to. I mean, they had to be reasonably close to a playoff spot. They finished with 82 points, and at 500. You know, we definitely scoring was our problem. 163 goals, and you know, we didn't even score 2 goals a game, and we let up 3 goals a game. So I don't know if it was defense as much as it scoring, or, you know, if it was just the offense that just, you know, sucked really bad. But our power play wasn't even the worst in our division. You know, we had 17.9. We had a couple shorthanded goals against us, but our penalty kill, yeah, it wasn't the best. Let's see how we did in the entire NHL. Probably dead last, not even gonna lie. So, you know, you got all these teams. See, like, Anaheim finished with 95 points and didn't make the playoffs somehow. That's ridiculous. Then you got all these teams. And then, you know, they got us, which we didn't even finish dead last in the league. We finished 1 point above that Winnipeg Jets, which I don't even know if that's an accomplishment or not. You know, we finished 31, 48, and 3, and they finished 28, 46, and 8. So, you know, they definitely had a really rough year too, as we were the only 2 teams failing to reach the 70-point mark, which that's not even that good. But this had to be like a really tough year, because 79 points isn't. I mean, it's okay. I mean, but 70 points, there's only 3 teams that got 70 or less points, which that's even 78 points or less, which is that's a little bit of a difference. But, you know, if I had to say something was our problem, it was definitely goal scoring. I don't know if you could really pass the blame onto the goalies, as, you know, they obviously didn't have much goal support, or I don't really know if you could pass it onto the defense. You know, they had 58 points. Our top guy and our bottom guy had 28. So I don't know if you can really pass the blame onto us. You know, there's no playoff stats to look at for us, you know, as we definitely were way out of a playoff spot. You know, it was a tough year to get into the playoffs. As, you know, you had Anaheim finishing with 95 points and failing to reach the playoffs. So, yeah, they finished 44, 31, and 7. You know, and of course we're 13th in our conference. You know, we were definitely failing to make the playoffs. As soon as we dropped like 0 and 11, you know, I couldn't see us making the playoffs. But, you know, if you guys like this series and you want to see more, I can definitely come up with more ideas, like which defenseman is the best. Like, you can have to go with fully defense, fully offensive defenseman, or fully two-way. But, you know, I'd love to keep this series going. If you guys enjoyed this video and this series, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video. And I hope you guys enjoy, because I enjoy this series too. Right now, the only one I have left is a goalie, which will be the top 2 overall goalies. And obviously I'll make it a little bit better, so I won't have just like 70 overall people in here. So I'll have it like maybe 75 overalls, just to keep it, you know, reasonable. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.